What's this? What is it? This Instagram, Snapchat shit.
Some cold Bama shit. Hey, for real.
For real.
If you want to
On Who's Mizzou Network, man, who do I have the honor to be talking with today?
You're talking to, first of all, you're talking to his father. I mean, AKA that's what you want to call it, boo. But real name, Warren Matthews Duckett.
Okay. I want to say this before, we get into the interview. This camera right here, I could ask you these questions without this camera being right here, but I feel as though I think the world need to know your story and our story. So that's why this camera right here, Who's Mizzou Network, is the purpose for that. All right, got you. So, Mr. Duckett,
Yes.
Mr. Duckett, tell me about your childhood and your upbringing.
Well, first of all, I had a great childhood. And second of all, I had a spectacular upbringing. But I choose to do other things other than take advantage of my great bringing up or the way I was raised with my mother, my father, my grandparents. And I chose to take my life in another direction. So when you ask me to explain to you, or you ask me to explain to whoever this might be directed to, how I was brought up great. And I say again, I chose to take another course other than the way I was brought up.
Gotcha. So it was all your choice. What area you grew up around DC in? What area?
Oh man, that's a good one. First of all, I was born or raised on 60th Street Northeast, block away from 58th. Didn't stay there long because me and my mother, we went through little trials and tribulations because my pops stayed in the penitentiary. You know what I mean? So
Your father?
Yeah, my father.
Gotcha.
Your grandfather.
Gotcha.
Yeah, stayed in the penitentiary. So, and my mother was raising, at the time, 4 other brothers. There's 5 of us all together. You know what I mean? And as they used to call it, nigga, you the black sheep of the family. So at that particular time, they used to always say, you out of control. So they would let my father's parents raise me uptown. And when I say uptown, like 14th Street, 14th and U, 14th and T, 14th and Swan. And this was like back in like early 70s when it was really uptown. And so I was raised like, I would always tell people when they ask me, I was raised in, both parts of the town. My mother raised me in the Northeast over there, and my grandparents raised me in the Northwest. You know what I mean? So I had a taste of both of them, you know what I mean? And I'm familiar with both of them.
Got you. So I see you said when it was really uptown. So yeah. What was DC like at the time you was growing up? The city of DC, what was that like?
It was spectacular for a person of color. You know what I mean? And when I say spectacular, you would say, well, why would you say it was spectacular for a person of color and all the things that was taking place at the time? Because at that time we was like I said ourselves, as a young black Afro-American, we was feeling ourselves at the time. And it was like they say, it was a lot going on. Like now if you look at the same area, a person my age, which is 54 per se, but I would never thought, I could never believe, I could never picture this.
You talking about 14th Street?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
The way it is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the transition. I mean, because back then it was like, oh man, it was like, you name it, that's what it was. You know what I mean? You want to experience, that's where you go to experience it. You know what I mean? It was like, I don't care what part of the town you live in, that's where you wanted to be. And, you know what I mean? You might get other people that want to dispute that, but deep down in their heart, they knew for themselves, uptown was the place to be in the early 70s, the mid 70s, and late 70s, and almost up to the early 80s. You know what I mean? So, it's like, and another thing. Me giving this interview, to me, is a little funny. You know what I mean? That's why you might see a little smirk on my face.
Why is it funny?
You know, because I never picture myself or my son giving me an interview. I mean, but if that's what my son is into, I want to support him, and I feel though I got a lot, if he be asking the right questions, to give to him and the audience he trying to target.
I got you. So, what did you want to be when you wanted to grow up? When you grew up, what did you want to be?
I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I didn't know what I wanted to be. All I knew was get money.
Got you.
And support my family. Like I said again, I had 4 brothers. I had a mother. I mean, and in the, I'm not saying in the streets, I had a mother that was, I can't use the word abandoned because I had the greatest uncles and grandparents in the world. So she wasn't abandoned, but I had a mother that was left with 5 boys to raise in the District of Columbia at a time, but it was out of control. So it was like, man, let me see what part I can play to take some of the burden off my mother.
Got you.
And the people I love.
Got
and
you.
That's what made me do the things I done, you know what I mean, and mold me who the person I am today.
Got you. And I was gonna ask you that, whatever you wanted to be, I was gonna ask you, when did you realize that wasn't possible for you to be that and decided to take your talents to the street? So you basically ain't want to see your mother struggle to take care of your 4 brothers. That's why you went that route.
It wasn't no certain time when they felt though that I couldn't fulfill my dreams, because it was never a time that crossed my mind, because I used to do so many things illegally to help my family that it never crossed my mind. Well, I wanted to be this, I can't do that, so keep on doing what I done. I just kept on doing what I done.
Getting money.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it 100. Just keep on getting me some money. It wasn't like, what you want to be, you forgot all about, nah, because it wasn't never no time where it always came to what I wanted to be. It was always, let me find a way how I'm gonna keep this gas bill, these lights on, and keep food on the table for the people that I love.
Gotcha.
I mean, and that's all I was focused on.
Got you. I respect that. Okay, so you doing your thing in the streets, you know, making a lot of noise. When did you realize, man, I'm just like doing my thing, and maybe the feds watching, maybe they not, but when did you realize that people were starting to take notice?
For me, I knew people always took notice of me. Always. Right now and to this day, it's like, what he up to? And I be like, this what he up to. This what he up to. Fort Myers construction every day. You know what I mean? I spent 32 years of my life in a federal penitentiary.
Okay.
Not no detention center, no, as they want to always brag. I've been down Lawton and this place. Yeah, I've been through there. You know what I mean? But they always told me when I first went to prison, I was 18 years old. I mean, and matter of fact, they kept me in prison until I was 18 years old. When I turned 18 years old, they sent me straight to the federal penitentiary. And that's where I stayed at for 18 months. Then they released me.
Now you back out on the streets after
No,
that?
it's not that easy. I'm not back out, because it was like 2 little other incidents that lead up to me getting out this time. I mean, and if we on, it comes about me being where I'm at today, you know what I mean? I would say, you know what I mean, I'm blessed, because I know a lot of guys that ain't around to do what I'm doing today. You know what I mean? Or they got offsprings or son or daughter. They can't sit here and try to explain, you know, how it was when they was coming up, or why they done. You know what I mean? They gone, or they even still in there. You know what I mean? So, and I'll be like, you know what I mean? And you know, sometimes you might sit around and say, like, I mean, do you regret it? Tell you the truth, I don't regret nothing I ever done.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because at that particular time and moment, what I done, I feel don't need to be done. You know what I mean? So, you know, I ain't gonna regret, you know what I mean? And I'm the type of person, I mean, if I got to suffer the consequences, I have suffered the consequences. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad you let me notice that, because I only knew about the one bid you did. That was the 24-year bid.
Yeah.
So I learned something new. You did some other, you got priors. You feel me? So I'm glad you told me that. Okay, whatever you was doing, did you know the effect it had on your community? And did you ever think about the consequences?
In a way, it's like when you out there in this day and time, if you can picture yourself in the early 70s, late 70s, middle 70s, it's like you see you standing around, you doing whatever you do, and it's maybe 65% of your community. I mean, we might get a lot of people that were sitting here and say, no, I didn't know. That's a lie. They did know. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit it. Yeah, I knew I was selling narcotics in my own community. You know what I mean? Let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? But just not in my own community, because it was like a wide variety of people might come through and do this, that, and the other. It was like your drug of choice. You come through there, you can get it. You know what I mean? It was just like, I mean, you know, I can't sit here and say, no, I didn't know I was selling it to my community. Yeah, because I did know every day. Every day I woke up to go out there and do it. You know, it was to my community. You know what I mean? Or I was participating in it. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
You said you don't regret nothing, so you really ain't give a fuck about the consequences.
I'm not gonna say I don't give a fuck about the consequences, but don't nobody ever think about getting caught. Everybody think they can't never get caught. That's what I mean when I say that. You know what I mean? Okay. And when I say I don't regret it, I'm not gonna sit here and mope and complain, because I feel I paid my dues to society. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would sit here and feel though, if I done what I done and they take 32 of my years of my life, I mean, and lock me away, and then get out here and start feeling bitter or whatever, this, that, and the other. No, I got to pick up and try to rebuild me another life. You know what I mean? I'm not going to start feeling sorry about that. That's in the past. I can't live in the past.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And I'm not going to get here and pretend like I feel sorry for it, because when I was doing it, I didn't feel sorry. Because when I was doing it, I feel though, look, me get out here, me get this money together, because if I don't get it together, my grandmother and them might be on the streets. My mother and them, my brother and them might go hungry. You understand what I'm saying? Or this, that, and the other. Or my sister, or my daughter, which is your sister, she need things to go to school. So how do I supposed to get it if that's all I knew at the time? At the time now, listen to me, at the time. You know what I mean? Come on. So I like, okay, this is what I'm, so let me go out here and get that, make sure the bills get paid. Make sure my daughter get what she need to go to school. I mean, make sure my family bills get paid. That's it, and that's all.
Gotcha. Correct me if I'm wrong. April 30th, 1991, you was arrested for
yes.
24-year bid that I'm basically focusing on my life.
25.
25.
Yeah.
Gotcha. If you could remember, can you replay any of that night? Do you remember?
Never forget it.
Speak about it.
Really is nothing really to speak about, because it was like I met my co-defendant, which is Penitentiary, on my last bit. My last bit I do like 5.5 years. That's why I say I do 32 years. I do 5.5 years. I get out maybe approximately 25 months. 25 months I get out, I'm back in. Sentenced to 25 years. But in the course, in the time that lapsed in between, it's like I meet my co-defendant, we hook up, we do what we do, and as far as going detail to detail about the actual case and arrest, it was like...
You don't have to go detail to detail, I'm just talking about the night, like that whole night.
Like that whole night, you know, I love to gamble. I gambled. When I was in that life, I hustle in the morning, wake up, go see who I need to see, get me a bankroll, go at the house spot and gamble. This particular night, same routine. I go see me a couple of guys, I hustle, get me a bankroll, and I'm hustling. Boom, I get a phone call because I already know what's in the makings. But I get the phone call. I mean, but for real, it was the worst phone call of my life because at the end of the phone call, it wasn't nothing but a trap anyhow. You know what I mean? And so that's why I say, you know, I can sit here and go detail to detail because it's like yesterday to me. You know what I mean? But I choose not to go detail to detail unless that's what he feel though. Y'all, the public or his viewers need to know.
Nah, they don't need to know.
You know what I mean?
They don't need to know. I was just wanting to know if you still remember what happened.
Oh, it's no question. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, because nobody never really told me the story. You feel me?
Yeah.
But when you start sending stuff home, like your case and stuff, paperwork, whatever, I like came across it myself and I read the whole description, you know, bowling alley type, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, you feel me? So, I'm hip, so, you feel me? So, all right, boom. You going to court, you took it to trial, right?
No.
No.
That's the part you need to listen to.
All right, we'll speak about that.
All the young gentlemen that's out there that love this life so much, right? You really, I'm not going to sit here and act like no hypocrite and knock it, but you really need to pay attention because this how it all boiled down of me receiving the 25 years. You know what I mean? And how I received the 25 years was when they came in with the plea agreement, they specifically told me, look, you're a career offender. I mean, you're a menace to society. I mean, we tired of you. These are your options. Your options is this. You either can take this 25 years. These are the prosecutor's exact words. You can take these 25 years, or you can take the chance, and we got a pretty weak case, but we got 2 co-defendants in the bullpen waiting to testify.
Snitching.
Yeah, that if you get found guilty, we gonna guarantee you get a life sentence. And on top of that, we know Miss Jones, which is his mother.
My mother?
Yes.
Okay.
Is out there pregnant right now. And I can guarantee you, these are the prosecutor's words, that you will never see or never be in the street with whatever she has. So now it's up to me. I mean, now you got to picture or put yourself in my situation. You just come from out doing 5.5 years, 21 months ago. Now you got to picture them telling you, we want you to go do 25 or take the chance of cranking it up and get found guilty or do a life sentence. So now you ask yourself, which one do you do? So I chose the latter. I chose, guess what? Okay, I said, give me a minute. Let me talk to my fiance at the time and my mother. I wanted to discuss it with my mother. I explained it to him. And I said, look, these are the options they giving me. You know what I mean? They tell me, I mean, they not going no lower than 25 years with me. I mean, or I can take the chance and face the 2 dudes that's going to tell on me. You know what I mean? Because if I get found guilty, they're going to give me a life sentence. So I told my lawyer at the time, look, this is what you do. You go tell them, okay, I'm going to take the 25 years and hurry up and get me out of here. I don't care where y'all send me. Just get me wherever y'all need to get me if I can start this bit. That's how it went with me. So, you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, I know some people I say, but you know, damn, it was a hard choice. It wasn't no hard choice for me. You know what I mean? Because I feel though, you know, I can, at that particular time, like all I want to do is get into the bed. I mean, because I knew for a fact by experiences, the justice system, that if I step in there, call myself trying to crank it up and go to a jury trial, they was gonna find me guilty without a reasonable doubt. And they got 2 of them, 2 of the main. Take this now. I'm not the head man. I didn't try to bring the cocaine from Panama. You know what I mean? Both of my co-defendants was Panamanians. So, you know, they was the head man. I was the only American in the case. Both of my co-defendants is foreigners. So who you think they gonna believe? I mean, even though they gonna say, all right, you the only black American in the case. Okay, I accept that. I mean, they made it seem like, okay, it's all on you. Because at the time of it, but because when everything went down, the DEA and the FBI, they asked about it. And that's what they done.
Cool. So, who was the president at the time? Bush, the father Bush, or Reagan, Nixon?
No, that's 91. You got me on that one. You will have to.
It's cool, but it was that war on drugs.
Yeah, you will have to do your own. Yeah, what's up way up in there?
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Duckett, 25 years. Boom, hit the gavel. Bow. 25 years, nigga. Go rock. What was that feeling like? Now you got that 25 years. Now what? What's that feeling like?
It's got to go do the time. That's what it feel like. You know what I mean? It's on now.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
How did your family and friends feel towards you once, you was locked up?
Well, that's hard, but it's a good question. And what I mean when I say it's hard and a good question, because I mean, you ever heard the saying, when you get in, everybody leave you? That's true. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, if you in that life, you know what I mean, all I can do is pray and say, listen, just be careful, man, and hold on to your pennies. Yeah, because this my man and that's my man. You gonna really find out who your man is. And that goes for your family too. You know what I mean? Because once you get in there, it's like out of sight, out of mind. I mean, and you know what I mean, I dealt with it. I mean, and I ain't bitter, but I think about it a lot. For me to say I ain't bitter, but I think about it a lot because they know, you know what I mean, what they done. It's like, I used to always say this to myself, closer I get to home, I be like, man, I'll probably be like a ghost to some of them. You know how motherfucker did shit on you, then all of a sudden, damn, that nigga, he back. And it's like, damn, I can't even face the nigga. Yeah, you can face me. Ain't no problem. You just showed your true color. I mean, I'm gonna keep on, I'm doing something else. You know what I mean? If you some shit, you some shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you was just in it, just, to get what you can get, you know what I mean? Bad call on my part. I mean, see what I mean? Lesson learned. It's like me going in, never lesson learned. You know what I mean? So,
Got you.
It's all a lesson. It's all a lesson in life. I mean.
Got you. What were some of your challenges being locked up?
Man. It's trying to get back home. Be safe and get back home, because once you get behind them bars, it'll be so much. You dealing with so many other personalities and so many other type of little ethnic groups with so many other type of little hookups. And, you know what I mean? My main thing was, do me, continue to be me. I mean, because I know if I be me, I'm going to be all right, because I'm not no disrespectful person, but I'm going to protect myself. I mean, and I know if I could continue to be me, I mean, and mind my business, I'll be good. You know what I mean? I'll be safe and I'll make it back home. And, you know what I mean? Like I say, I praise the Lord because that's what I done. You know what I mean? And it was a roller coaster ride for me, for real. I mean, but I always, kept my kids in my focus. I mean, I always called home. I always checked on my grandparents and my mother. I mean, and it just kept me going. I mean, and it's like, it's an experience I wouldn't wish on nobody. I mean, but that prison life, like, back then, it was like off the chain. I mean, when I say off the chain, in a high level of the institution. I'm not talking about, it probably was taking place in the medium, but what I'm saying, in a high level, yeah, because I went through one stretch where they was almost killing a person every other day in the joint, and open the compound right back up like it never even happened. I mean, so it was like, it is what it is.
Got you. And I could vouch on that, far as like you being a family man. you know, you calling, checking on your kids, making sure your kids okay, making sure your mother, you know, and that's where I gained my respect from you, because I had friends who, and know people who had their fathers in their life out on the streets with them, but they don't really mess with their fathers like that. And then, as you know, I'm like, dang, my father checking for me. He behind the walls and he making sure, you know, he making sure stuff handled and I'm straight. So that's like basically where I gain my respect for you and understand, like, oh yeah, he's a good man. You feel me? Even though society would try to make you portray you as something else just because you locked up. You get what I'm saying? All right. So what did you learn, and then how did you stay grounded?
I stayed focused. Again, like I said, I stayed focused. See, my family was my main focus. I know long as I can focus on them and work towards making sure I get out there with them, I was good. You know what I mean? And that was it. You know what I mean? That was my whole being. You know what I mean?
Got you. Okay. So you said you was doing you. So what were some of your hustles you had in there to keep money in your pocket? You feel me? Some little tricks of the trades that you had while you in there to make sure your family's straight.
Is you for real with this question?
Yeah,
Where this question going at?
Like, what type of, like what's some side? I know you be having the book, the books. You was doing the books, like certain little hustles like that.
Okay.
You feel me? I'm not trying to.
I'm gonna go as far as some of this is common knowledge, because with me, I done exactly what I done in there, what I done in the street.
Got you. So you don't gotta say no more about nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go to the next
that's
question.
what I done.
Okay,
Yeah.
you say you're a family man, right?
Yes.
So when your family came to visit you, how was your spirit? You know?
My spirits was up because I was glad to see them.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool. Was you ever in solitary confinement?
Oh, let me see. What I said, 32 years. I'm gonna say a whole lot.
Okay. How did you stay mentally? How did you keep a good mental state while being in the hole? Because I know it could break a brother down.
I read and exercise.
Read and exercise.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're in the hole, advice, read and exercise.
Yeah.
Got you. What do you regret the most while being locked up? But you said you really don't regret nothing. But what do you regret the most?
I regret, like I say, I'm gonna say I do regret being away from my kids, because my daughter took it more harder than my son.
Yeah.
My daughter felt, oh, I abandoned her, like I left, and I always tell her, what you think, I volunteered to go to prison? You know what I mean? Come on.
Cause she was out on the streets with you.
Yeah.
You feel me? I never experienced that until you came home, but she got another relationship with you. So go ahead.
Yeah, and she was like, and she used to always, hit me with, like it was some type of little, let me make them feel bad. And she used to hit me with it because we went through a period where she wouldn't even speak to me. I mean, when I say a period, I mean like 5-10 years where she wouldn't even speak to me, because again, she feel though I abandoned her. You know what I mean? And I used to ask her, what you think, I volunteered to come to, I didn't volunteer to come to prison to leave you.
Yeah, that's it. That's what you gotta say for that.
Yeah.
All right. What advice could you get to those who's going down, who's into that stuff?
It's
What
going
advice
down that path.
Yeah.
See, that's a hard question, because, like I say again, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and be no hypocrite, but what I can say is this. I mean, if that's what you choose to do, man, be safe and save your pennies. Do something real positive with your money. You don't need no jewelry. You don't need all the new gear. You don't need none of all that. What you need to do is save your pennies and buy you something, man. You know what I mean? That way you can, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, you can have you something to fall back on, because this is not no life that, it doesn't last forever. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, man, this, that, and the other, because you're going to do what you want to do anyhow. And if that's the case, all I can tell you is hold on to your pennies. You know what I mean? That's all I can tell you.
Got you. June 10th, 2015, you was released from prison. What was that day like? What was that feeling like? You home, you free.
Now, what's that date again?
June 10th, 2015.
Oh, that was great. That was wonderful. I mean, because, that was like, all right, you made it through it. I mean, back again. I mean, so, it give me another chance at it. You know what I mean?
Got you. Was you ever nervous entering back to society as a returning citizen?
A little bit. I used to have little small anxiety attacks. You know what I mean? Little small ones. You know what I mean? And doctor used to say, man, you know what? It's just, you just anxious. You don't know what is out there for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Till you really get out there. You know what I mean? And once I got out here, they, you know, like the doctor say, they start fading away. I mean, so, I mean, here I am.
Yeah, because I remember you calling me, you like, yeah, I got like 16 months, and just hung up the phone. So I'm like, damn, he really about to come home, because honestly, because they never really told me, you know, what you went in for, but I knew, but it was like, damn, when I'm 18, he should be home. Nope, nigga graduated high school, you ain't there. Now, nigga graduated college, you still ain't home. So I'm like, man, this nigga never coming home for real. But you called me one day like, nigga, I got 16 months. Click. So I'm like, oh, he really coming home. Cool. Next question. What did you have to readjust to? Like, far as like, just being out here, being the returning, like what? What you got to readjust to being back on the streets?
You know what I mean? Not falling back on my old lifestyle.
Is it hard?
See what?
Is it hard not to fall back?
Kind of. I mean, I go through spells where I be wanting and can't have, knowing I can have.
Okay, what it's like to have that F on your report card, and the F is a felony. What is it like to have that F on your report card? Let you come home.
I haven't experienced that.
Break it down.
I never ran to, like, you go apply for a job and they try to hold that over your head. I haven't experienced that yet.
I got you. How you feel about that though? They let y'all out, bring y'all to society, and want y'all to adapt, but nobody will give you a chance.
I feel though it ain't right, because I feel that once you pay your debt to society, none of that should matter. I mean, that's almost like, okay, you gonna punish me again? I mean, damn, that wasn't enough. 25 wasn't enough. Now you gonna try to use, you've been incarcerated to not give me the job?
Got you. You out, you free, hard working, man. You got your work boots on. What's going on with your life now, man? What you doing with your life now, man?
What you just said, working. Working.
Let the people know what you got coming, for the people out here. Them bundles, let them know. Go ahead, this your chance to promote them bundles coming soon.
Is that I'm just trying to, you know, be productive in the right way, you know what I mean, build my little credit up. I mean, this, you know, the things I was trying to achieve when I used to break the law, I'm gonna try to achieve them, you know what I mean, within the boundaries of the law now.
Gotcha.
So, you know, and starting to do that, you know what I mean, I must establish me a decent work history. I know that now. I mean, and I had no problem with it. None.
All right, so Pops, before we get up out of here, man, any shout outs you got, man?
Yeah, I got plenty.
Any free my niggas, rest in peace, other that. Any, go ahead, get your shout outs.
No rest in peace or free my niggas, because they already know. I hope the best for them. All my comrades behind them walls, they know who they are. You know what I mean? Just keep in touch. Y'all already know what it is, man. Ain't nothing but a struggle out here. I mean a real struggle. Yeah, love y'all.
Yeah. Just shout out the network one time for me, Pops. Who's Mizzou Network, man?
Yeah. Thanks for Ooze Mizzou Network for letting me, you know, express myself today.
Yeah, you already know it was a pleasure. It was an honor to speak with you. Great stories. And I learned some stuff today that I didn't know about you, which is good, man. Stay tuned. Interview coming soon, man. You already know
all you young niggas out there, you think y'all know everything, get that Ooze Mizzou Network. We got some real hip shit to tell y'all.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Coming soon, man. Stay tuned,
keep
man.
100 with y'all.
All the way. Everything's official. Organic. Authentic.
Yeah. Some of your uncles and your brothers probably already know me, so yeah, trust me. We got some real hip shit to tell y'all. Yeah. For real.
That's how we coming, man. Tuning out, man. We out.
What, man? All they already know, AKA Boo.
Okay. Like you said, got you.
This nigga over here smiling, man. Yeah, show you what, man. What I just tell you?
Fuck. That back road right there in your hand.
Motherfucker, mother crazy, man. Your mother got 7,000 of my money, man. She better make that money work. I could took that 7,000 and made it work my motherfucking self. Could have went and bought me 1,000 t-shirts, get a motherfucker, hook them up. I ain't in no rush. Fuck. Funny nigga.